guys, and welcome back to the Netherlands. As you can see, I'm home again. I'm in my own apartment in the Netherlands again. But before I start this video where I will talk about how you can prepare for a trip to Finland or any other country for that matter when you're studying abroad, any things that are practical to take with you. One of my viewers asked me to make a video like this and I thought it was a very good idea, so thank you for the idea. Before I start, I want to say I wish you all a very healthy and happy and successful 2016. I wish you all the best. So let's start with the video. First of all, it takes a lot of preparation before you actually can go abroad. I had a couple of scholarships, and in order to get them you need to do tests and fill in lots and lots of forms and lots of emails, so it takes a lot of time to prepare, so take that time. I think I started in February or March with my preparations, and my period abroad started in August, so that was like March, April, like almost half a year in advance. I started with researching and sending emails, all the preparations. And everybody tells you it takes a lot of time, but it does take a lot of time, and I think in the end it's worth it. It definitely is, but really don't underestimate the amount of forms you need to fill in, especially when you want extra scholarships, stuff like that. You can't take that much luggage with you in the airplane. You have, most of the time it's about 22 kilos that you're allowed to take with you. So you can't take all really heavy stuff with you, or really large packaging of shampoo and body butter, stuff like that. It's mostly maybe women that take a lot of that, but try to take packages with just the right amount for half a year, so you don't have to buy them in Finland, since I think Finland is quite an expensive country. At least it's one of the most expensive countries I've been to, I guess. Norway is expensive as well, and the Netherlands, I always thought that the Netherlands was, you know, not the most cheap country in the world, but it's okay compared to Finland, I think. So be prepared for that. Maybe you will pay more money for your average groceries than you would do in your home country, pay more rent, especially since maybe you're renting, especially when you're renting a separate apartment like I did, with furniture and everything in a city, in a student city. Those are all things that make an apartment more expensive. And then Finland it's like a bit more expensive than for me in the Netherlands, so that makes it quite an expensive trip to do. But if I would have gone to America or Australia, it's farther away from home, so that's also more expensive probably. But yeah, I think Finland is quite expensive, and especially when you don't know exactly what shops are the cheapest and where to find them. It's hard to find really, really cheap stuff. And when you're, in your own country, you just know in what shops you can get what stuff for the cheapest. So that's something to think about. Another thing to prepare is watch YouTube movies. Since you're watching my video right now, you're probably already aware of the easiness of doing that, because there are a lot of other people that already went to Finland or already went abroad. People from other countries, but maybe also people from, your country. So you can search for that. There are a lot of videos online about differences between two cultures. For example, I made a video about the differences between the Netherlands and Finland, and I know there is also a video about Finland and the USA, Finland and South America, Finland and Germany, I think. There are a lot of comparisons between Finland and other countries, so search for that on YouTube. And then there are also other YouTubers like me that film while they're having their study abroad in Finland, like the videos from Amir.
It's really getting very cold.
Yeah.
What is the degree right now? Can you see it?
2 or 3 degrees.
I think less than that because it's really cold. Just a second. Yeah. Oh, it's 4. It's 4. Oh yeah, but that's 4. Yeah. So it's warm. It's warm. It's warm. So it's not cold. We believe this screen. Okay. Thank you very much, and
Thank you.
we're going to.
Very nice to see you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
See you around. Bye.
I think he makes really good videos, and it's just when you watch the vlogs from other people that are having experience you're gonna have, you can also see what their problems are, what their struggles are, and you can anticipate on that, so you won't have those struggles or you won't have those problems, which is really nice. So it helps you to prepare when watching those vlogs from people that are right now having the experience you're gonna have in a couple of months. I will link down the channel from Amir down below, and you can check it out maybe after watching this video, of course, because just finish it. Yeah, times are modern, and I think when you take some device with you where you have the internet on, or where you can get some internet connection on, like Wi-Fi somewhere, it's just really practical because you can look everything up on the internet. You have Google Maps when you want to find a certain place to go, where you have to register, because when you move to Finland you have to register in the city you're gonna live in. It's also important for your school so they can register your grades. You can research everything about that in the internet, and things like bus lines and times and prices, you can find that on the internet. And also places where you can buy a bike, because that was my biggest problem in the beginning, that I really needed a bike. I'm from the Netherlands, I'm a Dutchie. So we bike a lot over here, I'm used to that. And my bike really helped me get around in the city. During the months I was there, I mean, you can rent a bike, but that's most of the time it's about 20 euros a day. So when you're staying for half a year, that's a lot of money. So it's way much cheaper to buy a bike, and then you also don't need to pay for bus tickets or stuff like that. So it's a really cheap tip to buy a bike and go around on the bike. There are some special bike ways, but not everywhere like we are used to here in the Netherlands. But when they're not there, you still can bike on the sidewalk or on the road. I think people and cars are really easy with that, and they really look out for you. There's just one thing, here in the Netherlands you are obligated to have a bike light, like a white light in front of your bike and a red light on the back of your bike, so people can see you coming or going, especially when it's dark outside. And in Finland, when you're there during winter time or even fall time, it gets dark quite early, I think, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that, it gets dark. So I think it's safer when you're visible, you know, when you're on your bike and it's dark and there are not bike paths everywhere. It was really weird for me because the bikes you buy there are without a light, and I wasn't used to that. And then I tried to find some lights, and they were all really expensive and hard to find. So at some point I found a couple of lights to use, but it was kind of hard. So maybe, I don't know what the situation in your country is, but it would have been way much cheaper to buy two small, cheap lights here in the Netherlands in some shop, and then take it with me, which is just way much safer on your bike. And biking is cheaper than going by bus. So that's one thing, and it was also a struggle for me to actually find a bike. And I think it would help if you know the Finnish word for bike. Or if you go into another country then and you're looking for a bike, then it's really nice to know what to ask people if you're looking for something, or what to type into Google if you want to find a bike, or if it says bike on a shop, you know, you can buy them there. So the Finnish word for bike is pyörä. I will write it right here or somewhere else in the screen. That's the Finnish word for bike, and it was the first Finnish word I learned, and it was really practical to know. You need to pay for a lot of more things than I thought of before. For example, when you want to register for a university, you need to pay. You need to pay a little fee. For me it was on the website, so I knew about that fee, but you need to pay also a little bit extra for the student card, and you need a student card for everything. You need a student card to get a card for the library. You need your student card if you want to get discounts in a lot of shops. You need your student card if you want to get your food in student cafeterias, and there are a lot of them. And I really recommend eating there because that's almost cheaper than cooking it yourself. Especially when you show your student card, then it's about, I think, €2.60, like €2.60, which is really cheap, and then you can get a complete meal with salad and some milk. But in order to pay for those things, you need or a Finnish bank account, so you need to open that before you go to Finland, or you need a credit card. I had neither of them. I had the luck to be able to borrow the credit card from or my father or my boyfriend while they were there. So that was really a lucky thing for me. But if you don't have that luck, you really need a credit card or a Finnish bank account in order to pay for those unforeseen payments you need to make, especially in the beginning of your stay. About clothing, it of course depends if you are going to the very northern part of Finland or the more southern part of Finland, and it depends if you're going during summer or during winter time. But if you're going during fall or winter time, because during summertime it's not really needed, I would recommend wearing warm shoes. I had my snow boots with me, but that was really a bit too much for Turku. Maybe if you're going more north and stay longer during the winter, it could be useful, but for me they were just too much. I will show you the shoes I have been wearing actually during my whole time in Finland. I think only in the beginning, when it was still summer, I wore Nike sneakers. I tried wearing heels once. Not practical with heels and biking at all. So you don't really need to take heels. I had these shoes. They're a bit old and not really sexy or anything, but they're just a little bit higher up here, and they have just this woolly stuff on the inside, so that keeps your feet really nicely warm. And then the jacket I took with me, I had my ski jacket with me. It's warm and it's practical. And if you're going during winter and to the north of Finland, then ski clothing is just something that's really useful. That's really useful to have, because when it really gets cold outside and with a lot of snow, it's just really nice to wear. You can wear, for example, leggings and then your jeans on top of the leggings, and then ski pants on top of that when you go outside. I didn't need that. In Turku it didn't become that cold. I only had snow for 1 or 2 days, and it wasn't even that cold then. So I took that with me, but that wasn't really needed. So do your research on how much snow and how cold it will become during your stay there. But if it becomes really cold, it's really nice to take some extra layers and some ski clothing. But if you're going to Turku, I don't think that's necessary, and then you can save the weight in your luggage, because you still can take just 23 kilos with you. For school, it's easy to take some pens with you and some paper to write on. Of course, you can buy that in Finland, but I also thought that it was just cheaper to take it from the Netherlands with me. They were quite expensive, I think, in Finland, so they're light, easy to take with you, so why not take them from home? The website in Turku from the buses where you can find timetables and where you can just write down a street name and the street name of the place where you want to go to, and it gives you the bus stop that's close by and the time that the bus will go to the place you want to go and how you need to walk to get there. I forgot about the name of the website, but I will leave it down below. I'm already forgetting things. I'm just back for a couple of weeks. I think like 2 weeks or something, and I'm already forgetting things. That's horrible because it was a great experience and I really love being there. It's just so much more hectic here in the Netherlands, and it was really relaxed to study abroad for a semester in Finland, but I can imagine that it will be the same for any country you go to, because you leave behind your friends, your family, but also all your appointments, responsibilities. You leave behind everything that gives you just the slightest amount of pressure, and you don't have any appointments there, you don't have any obligations there. Really, it's really, really nice. So I recommend going abroad to everybody, not only for your studies and learning about different cultures, different languages, and experience a different school system. About the different school system. In Finland, they give you only a grade when you passed, and then they give you a grade from 1 to 5. And here in the Netherlands, you get always a grade, and then when you've done it really, really, really badly, you get a 1. And when you've done it perfectly, you get a 10. So you get 1 out of 10. And when you have a 6 or higher, you've passed. And in Finland, they don't give you a grade if you failed, they only give you a grade if you've passed. So when you get a grade and it's like a 3 or something, don't panic. You passed, you actually did very well, because it would be the same as like an 8 in the Netherlands. So that's quite good. And I think that was it. If you have any tips that I forgot, then leave them down in the comments, so other people that are going abroad in a couple of months or something, they can look in the comments and see other great tips on how to prepare for their trip abroad or anything like that. And I wish you all a good day, and I see you next time.